Hello, very good evening to all of you. Welcome to yet another session of Level Up, and we are going to have a lot of fun today. So, to get started, let me know if you can see me clearly, you can hear everything I'm saying. Give me a thumbs up and do tell me how your day was. Who do we have here? The silly. Anandi, Nishu. Hi all of you. Very good evening. And as you can all see on your screen today, we'll be dealing with idioms. So waiting. Okay, there we go. Lots and lots of thumbs up. Moksha had a bad day. I'm so sorry, Moksha. It's okay. Sometimes we all have bad days, then they get better. So hopefully tomorrow is going to be awesome. And hopefully today you're going to have a lot of fun here with me. I am doing very well. Thank you so much. Okay. Hi Dipanshi, Muskan, Surya, Ayush, Sneha, Saif Ali, Surya. Okay, so a lot of you in the past have asked me, how do I improve my English? And one way to do it is to learn a lot of vocabulary, right? So if we know a lot of words, then we can say a lot of different things in English. But sometimes you hear certain people talking in English and what they are saying doesn't make sense. And you keep wondering, I know this word, but this sentence that they've just said, this phrase that they've just said makes no sense. So those phrases are actually idioms. And idioms usually have a story behind them. How they came into being, how they were developed, why they are used. So we are going to look at a lot of different idioms today. We are going to look at the origin story of some of those idioms, and we are going to learn to use them so that next time you can walk into your classroom, use these idioms and surprise everybody. Okay? Alright, so let's get started. Here we are.
I'm not sure if I should give my guitar away.
We are going to have a small conversation now. So, this boy right here holding a guitar is saying, hey, I'm not sure if I should give my guitar away. I never play it. Okay, so he never plays his guitar. Now his friend is going to give him some advice. Let's see what it is.
It's a big decision. Maybe you should sleep on it.
So the friend is saying, it's a big decision. Maybe you should sleep on it. Okay. So, now the boy is thinking, I should sleep on my guitar. Do you see that? So is that what his friend was suggesting? To sleep on his guitar? The boy is very confused now. So let's see. Let's see some other examples, right? Okay.
Hey, my performance
Here,
starts in
there's
5
this
minutes.
little girl, cute little girl. She's saying, hey, my performance starts in 5 minutes. Wish me luck. Okay, so she has a performance to go to. She's asking her friend to wish her luck. What does the friend say?
Oh, yay.
Oh,
Break a
yay.
leg.
Break a leg. Okay. So now the little girl is thinking that my friend wants me to break my leg. How weird, right? You don't say that to someone. Okay, let's move on to the next one and then we'll see what they're really trying to say. Okay.
Wow.
So here
it's
it
raining
is. Two
cats and
people looking out
dogs.
the window. Wow, it's raining cats and dogs. Okay, that's what the lady is saying. It's raining cats and dogs. And the guy's all confused. And he's like, what? It's raining cats and dogs outside? But is it really? No, right? Yes. There we go. So a lot of you got it. So in the first instance, when the boy was thinking if he should sleep on his guitar. No, the girl was saying you should sleep on it. Which means if you're trying to make a decision that's really difficult and you don't know what to do, you just sleep and think about it while you're sleeping. It's there in your brain somewhere. So maybe if you sleep and then the next day wake up, maybe you'll know what to do, right? So that's what it means to sleep on something. So when you have to make a difficult decision, take your time, sleep, and then decide. Okay? And in the second instance, when the little boy said, break your leg, he didn't want his friend to break her leg before the performance. That's just something we say to wish someone good luck before a performance. So it's usually said to actors or musicians before they go on stage. Okay? Alright, and then this situation right here, when it rains very heavily, we say it's raining cats and dogs. Doesn't mean that cats and dogs are literally falling out of the sky, right? Okay, so what are idioms? What are these confusing things that people say? Well, idioms are just a group of words whose meaning is different from the meanings of the individual words, right? So these group of words come together and they mean something different than what the individual words mean. Okay? Right, so we are going to take a look at some common idioms, some very common, some not so common, and then you're going to learn about them and maybe start using them in your day-to-day life, right? Yes, neighbor, break a leg means have a great performance. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to play a quick game, and this is level 1 of the game. So this is the easy level, okay? Here what you have to do is see the idiom that's on your screen. You'll have two options, A and B. You have to tell me the correct meaning of that idiom, okay? Right? And yes, Menti is there, so you should practice right now, understand how idioms work so that you do well on Menti, okay? Alright, so here's the first one. Turn a blind eye. What does it mean? Does it mean to ignore something that you know is wrong? Or does it mean turning and showing one eye closed? So to help you out a little bit, let me give you an example. Okay? And then quickly saying hi to everyone else. Gungun, Nancy, Papiya, Nidhi, Ananya. Sorry, I couldn't see you all before, so I couldn't read what you're writing to me, but I can see you now, okay? Great, okay, so what is the meaning of this? To help you out a little bit, let me give you an example. The police officer never turned a blind eye to any of the illegal activities around her. Okay, so a lot of you giving me A, some of you giving me B, some of you giving me very big A's. Okay. Alright, and the correct answer is A. So turning a blind eye means ignoring something that you know is wrong. So if you're sitting in your exam and then you see that, someone is cheating and you're just like, okay, I'm just going to ignore that person. That means you're turning a blind eye to that person. Okay? So great job everyone who got it and everyone who didn't. Now you know. So great. Awesome. Everyone's a winner here. Time for the next one. Under the weather. Being under the blanket or feeling ill? Okay. A lot of you saying B, 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 B. Okay, so I have all B's. No one thinks it's A. Great, you all got it. Very good. Okay, so sometimes you're not feeling well, so you say, you know what, I'm not going to go to school today. I'm feeling under the weather. Okay, what does that mean? That means you're feeling sick, you're feeling ill. And there's a very interesting story behind this idiom. So let's take a look at it. Do you see this man on a ship, the captain? Well, so back in the day, long ago, what used to happen was when the sailors were feeling ill and the weather was really bad. And you know, when sailors go on their voyages, they sometimes get seasick too because there's constant movement of the ship, so they start feeling nauseous. So they tend to fall a little sick. Plus, if the weather is really bad, there is a storm, it's constantly raining, then you tend to fall ill, right? So when sailors used to feel ill or sick on the ship, what they would do is they would go below the deck. Okay? So this place right here, oh, 1 second, let me fix the pen. Yeah, so this place right here, they would just, there's some space over here at the bottom, right, in the ship. So they would just go and sit there for a while to protect themselves from the weather. So if you're standing here and let's say it's raining, then you're being directly affected by it. But if you go here, you're protected from the weather. So you're literally under the weather. Okay? So this is where the idiom comes from. It actually comes from the sea. So now you know. Okay? So I hope you all stay healthy. But next time you fall a little sick, just say, you know what, I'm feeling under the weather. And if someone asks you, what does that mean? You can tell them this interesting story. Great. Okay, time for the next one. Very quickly, cut to the chase. Okay, to talk about or deal with the important part of a subject or chase someone down while they are running. A or B? Let's see who gets more correct answers. Let's see if it's a 6, 7, 8 gang or it's a 9th and 10th gang. Okay, so lots of A's. I'll give you a sentence example for this as well. We haven't got all day for this discussion. Let's cut to the chase. Okay, so some people saying B still. The correct answer is A, to talk about or deal with the important part of a subject. Okay, so maybe sometimes in the beginning of a session, you can see what the name of the session is on your screen and I'm just talking about something else and you're like, come on, just cut to the chase. That means just skip to the important part. Don't want to talk about anything else. Okay, great job. So again, amazing job those of you who got it right, but those of you who didn't know, now you know. Right? Okay, so this also is a very interesting story. Let me tell you. So back in the day, you know, now we have movies of all sorts with VFX and whatnot, and you know, you have all the dialogues, brilliant colors. But there was a time where you used to have black and white movies without dialogue. So there was no audio in the movies. There was silent films only. And you know, back in those days, the most interesting part of the movie used to be like a chase sequence. So maybe, you know, there's a thief in the movie and the main hero is, you know, running behind the thief and there's this huge sequence where thief is running and the hero is running. Or there was like a chase with horses or carriages or something like that. And this used to be like the interesting part of the movie. So people used to say that, you know, why don't you, directors, while looking at the film, used to say, why don't you just cut to the chase? So they literally meant cut to the chase, go where the chase is. But now when we use it, we don't mean an actual chase. We just mean the important or the most interesting part of a conversation. Right? Okay, so that's where it comes from. And nice, Sahil. Yes, Charlie Chaplin movies are all silent, but they're still really fun to watch, right? Okay, great job. Here's the next one. Bark up the wrong tree. Does it mean to be wrong about the reason for something or to take your dog out for a walk? Okay, lots of A's, A's, A's. Mostly A's, no B's. Oh, wow. Okay, so seems like you all got it right. I will still give you an example sentence. So I think they're barking up the wrong tree by focusing on the problems. They should focus on the solutions instead. Okay, this is the usage of this idiom. And of course, you all got it right. It's A, to be wrong about the reason for something. Now time for the origin story of this idiom. So you see very cute dogs here. So back in the day, in the early 1800s, people used to go out hunting. Okay, and they used to take a pack of dogs with them, and they were called hunting dogs because they were taken solely for the purpose of hunting. So, the small animals, they would spot them, they would bark at them, they would run after them, and that would make it easier for people to hunt. Okay, so what sometimes used to happen was that the animal that the dog was chasing or barking at, to protect itself, it would run up a tree. And the dog would follow it, and it would start barking at the tree. But while the dog is barking at the tree, sometimes the animal would jump from that tree to another tree. Okay, so the dog doesn't realize this. The dog keeps barking at that tree, but the animal is not even there. So what is the dog doing? The dog is barking up the wrong tree, right? Okay, so that's the origin story of this. So now you all know. And yes, Raj Kishore, almost every idiom does have a story behind them. But the thing is, we don't know the origin story of all for sure. So many historians or many people who study language try to figure out where these idioms come from or what was the first recorded usage of them. But we can't be sure about all of them. But you can always look it up. You can do your own research and you can find some very interesting theories of where certain idioms come from, okay? Alright, time for the next one. Steal someone's thunder. Is it to scream loudly, or is it to prevent someone from having success or getting attention, praise, etc.? Barking up the wrong tree is to focus on the wrong thing. Okay, B, 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 B. Some people think A. Some think it's A, lots of people think it's B. Interesting. So I'll give you a sentence example to help you understand, and then if you want to change your answer, you can change your answer. So they all worked together on the project, but while submitting it, one of them stole the thunder. So anybody wants to change their answer? They all worked together on the project, but while submitting it, one of them stole the thunder. Ah, okay. So the correct answer is B. It is to prevent someone from having success or getting attention, praise, etc. Right? Okay, so let's look at the origin story behind this idiom. So long time ago, there was this playwright. Playwright is a person who writes plays, and his name was John Dennis, okay? And he wrote this play, and in the play, he wanted the sound of thunder, okay? And then he came up with this new method of replicating or imitating the sound of thunder, okay? So now this new method of creating the sound of thunder was very nice, but the play was not nice. People did not like the play. So the play got cancelled. No one really watched the play. No one cared about the play. But everybody, all other theatre productions and playwrights started using the same method to create the sound of thunder. So the method that John Dennis created for his play, they took it and they started using the same method. But no one cared about the play. So John Dennis got a little angry and he said, they will not let my play run, but they steal my thunder. Okay, so no one wants to run my play, no one wants to watch my play, no one is ready to give me a stage for my play, but they all want to steal my thunder. Alright, so that's where this comes from. So when someone else is having a moment, they're doing something very nice in life, and you just barge in and you take all the attention away from them, what are you doing? You're stealing their thunder. Okay? Great. Alright. Time for the next one. Butterflies in the stomach. You've all felt this a lot of times, I believe. Does it mean a feeling of being very nervous or frightened about something, or to laugh uncontrollably? I'll give you an example. He had butterflies in his stomach as he walked out onto the stage for his dance performance. So 9th and 10th gang is saying A. Some saying B. Okay. And 6, 7, 8 is mostly A. Alright. So those of you who are saying B, I think you like laughing a lot, which is a great thing. And Palak is saying she uses this when she's feeling hungry. Okay. But that is the wrong usage, Palak. The correct answer is a feeling of being very nervous or frightened about something. So you might have butterflies in your stomach before you go in for an exam, or suddenly if you're sitting in class and someone walks in and takes your name and says the principal is calling you. So you'll have butterflies in your stomach. Or maybe if you're about to give a performance on stage, you might have butterflies in your stomach, right? Okay, so origin story for this, you find out and tell me next time. So do your research. Some of you already have theories. One time I ate a butterfly and it was roaming around in my stomach and I felt very nervous. Wow. Okay. Alright, time for the next one. Once in a blue moon. Something that happens only at night or something that rarely happens. Oh, wow. Nibha, so many A's. And then B. Okay. I'll give you a sentence example. I'm careful about what I eat, so it's only once in a blue moon that I eat fast food. Mohib, raining cats and dogs means raining very, very heavily. When it rains very heavily, that's when we say it's raining cats and dogs. Alright, so idioms and phrases are not the same, Manya, but idioms are usually phrases. They are not complete sentences, they are phrases, okay? But phrases can be different also. They don't all have to be idioms. When I say good luck, that's a phrase, but then it literally means good luck. So that's not an idiom. Okay, time for the correct answer reveal. Nibha changed her answer. Good, because now she got it right. Something that rarely happens. Oh wow, and Nibha is saying, ma'am, in Hindi it is Eid ka Chand. Very good. So Eid ka Chand कभी कभी निकलता है जो तो अगर कोई चीज हम कभी कभी करते हैं तो हम उसको ईद का चांद बोलते हैं. Very nice. So once in a blue moon, and you might have a lot of other idioms in your languages as well, in your mother tongue. So feel free to share them, okay? Alright, so something that rarely happens is something that happens once in a blue moon. Why? Because blue moon comes very rarely, right? You get to hear it on the news, there's going to be a blue moon tonight. So because this is a rare event, when something happens rarely, it's once in a blue moon, okay? Another idiom about an object in the sky, every cloud has a silver lining. So there is a possibility of rain, or every difficult or unpleasant situation has some advantage. Let me give you an example for this. So when I'm going through a hard time, I try to remind myself that every cloud has a silver lining. I can usually find something to be thankful for no matter what's going on in my life. Okay, lots of you saying B, 9th and 10th gang saying B, and so is 6, 7, 8. Great job. Fantastic. Correct answer is B. Okay, so when something bad happens to you, but then something good comes out of it, then you say every cloud has a silver lining. So maybe there was a class test, okay, and you didn't study for it and you failed. And you felt so bad about failing that you went home and you're like, why did I fail? I'll study harder next time. And because you studied so hard, next time in your actual exam, you came first. So that means failing was actually good for you. It made you study harder. So every cloud has a silver lining. Okay, time for level 2. You did very well in level 1. Okay. So time for level 2. This is more difficult. So how many of you like cats? I like cats. So all the next questions are going to be about cats. All cat idioms, okay? Alright, now this time I won't give you options. You have to tell me what these mean. Okay. Not me, not me. Some of you like, some of you don't like. That's okay. Here we go. Cat got your tongue? So I'll give you an example. So I feel like the cat's got my tongue every time the teacher calls on me to answer a question. What does it mean? Tanisha, you can look it up on the internet. Search. I'll give you a word, okay? After this, at the end of the session, I'll tell you what it means and you can type that word and you'll get the origin of different words and idioms, okay? So tell me, okay, nervous. Agrima saying nervous. Oh, Ashriya in Bengali, she gave an idiom in Bengali. That's amazing. I couldn't read it. It went by a little fast. Okay, yes, I'm not confident. So when I ask you, cat got your tongue, what am I asking you? Cat got your tongue? I'm simply asking you, why are you quiet? Why are they quiet? So if I ask you a question, you don't answer it, I can say, cat got your tongue. Yes, froze, afraid. So God, for various reasons, if you're not able to answer a question or not able to say something, Megher por surojo ashe. Okay, so don't know how to speak Bengali. I tried my best. So Papiya, tell us the meaning also. I think something to do with rain and sun. So the sun comes out after it rains. Is that what it means? Ashriya, you can also tell me if that's what it means. Okay, great. Time for the next one. A catnap. What does it mean to take a cat nap? Yes, Deepthi, very good. To sleep for a short time. Jigna, very nice. Srilata, very good. Amazing. Moksha, Prasansha, Nidhi. Awesome. So cat nap is very short sleep during the day. Sometimes you get tired, you're just like, oh, let me take a cat nap. This is because cats sleep for very, very short periods of time throughout the day, okay? Alright, and the last one, let the cat out of the bag. What is let the cat out of the bag? Reveal a secret. Gargi, Prasansha. Yash. What about this side? Debyanshi. Priyanka. Yes. So I was trying to keep the party a secret, but she went and let the cat out of the bag. So it means to reveal a secret, usually by mistake or unintentionally. So you don't mean to disclose it, but you accidentally disclose it. Yes, Nibha, great job. Sneha. Perfect, you guys are so good at this. Fantastic. So I think you're all prepared for level 3 and we'll have Menti right after this. Level 3 very easy, it'll go by very quickly and then we'll have Menti, okay? So here it is. What you have to do is, you have to pick out the idioms from the passage. So I'll read the passage. Quickly tell me what the idioms in here are, okay? So the new evidence in the case is just the tip of the iceberg. There is a lot of investigation to be done. The media has been told to not reveal everything to the public yet and to hold their horses until the trial. Tip of the iceberg, Debyanshi, great. Madiha, Anushri. What else? Mahesh, Shruti, Mani, and Moksha got it. Hold your horses, Hina. Amazing, fantastic. So you spotted these idioms quite quickly. Now quickly tell me what they mean as well. What does it mean? Tip of the iceberg. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. So, tip of the iceberg is a small and easily visible part of a bigger problem. Okay? So, what happens? So, usually the thing is, this is the ocean. This is the tip of the iceberg. Okay? But down below the iceberg is probably this big. Okay? And when a ship is approaching it, then it only sees this part. What it doesn't know is that if it hits this part, it will be a disaster for the ship. And this is what happened in Titanic, right? If you know about it. Yes, correct. So when you see only the tip of the iceberg, you're missing out the larger problem that is beneath the tip. Okay, which can perhaps be more dangerous. Okay, great. And what about hold your horses? Very simple. Just slow down and stop for a moment. Be patient, yes. Hold your horses. Great! So I think level 3 was the easiest for you. Wow. Okay. You have completed the challenge and you did a fantastic job. So let me clap for you quickly. Yes. So quickly, can you think of any other idioms? English, your language, whatever. Any other idioms? And if you give it to me in anything other than Hindi, you will have to give me the meaning also. Like, Abhirami is giving me a Malayalam idiom. Tell me what it means also. Piece of cake. Something easy. Very good. Fantastic. Himani Singh, Nach na jane, Angan teda. This is more like a saying. Cherry on the cake. Fantastic. So, Nach na jane, Angan teda is a saying, and it also has an English counterpart. A bad worksman blames his tools. So that is, if you don't know how to do something, or if you're bad at doing something, you blame it on something else. Instead of accepting your incompetency or you not being able to do it. Right? Oh, so many. Ball is in your coat. Spill the beans. Yes. At the drop of a hat. Break a leg. Beat around the bush. Great job. Oh, so all of you are full of idioms already. Great. Amazing. Fantastic. Great job, everyone. I'm sure you will ace this homework because you already know the idioms so well. So you can leave the answers to this in the comments. Nothing difficult. It'll take you 2 seconds to answer these, I'm pretty sure. And as you know, wow, Asteen ka sap. So many coming in. Alright, this can keep going on and on, but we have Menti to do also. So great job, fantastic. You can leave more idioms in the comments always. And it'll be better if you use the idioms in a sentence so that we know how to use them as well, okay? So we've got you covered as always. There are free trial classes for you. Make good use of them. Links are in the description. And as always, Show us your love by liking, sharing and subscribing. And now go head over to Menti. Use this code 66896312. Here we are. Okay, so this is your code. I hope all of you have taken a good look. Joined. Okay. Lots of you are here. 66896312. Okay, I'll wait for a few more seconds and then we can get started. Okay, I still see a lot of you coming in. You can keep joining. We'll start. Okay, you're all pouring in. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shipra, quickly go to www.menti.com, enter the code 66896312 and here we go. Beat around the bush. What is the correct option? Avoid saying what you mean or to beat drums in a play? Come on, 3, 2, 1. And great job, 56 of you got it right. Avoid saying what you mean. So when you don't say what you mean, what are you doing? You're beating around the bush. Great job. Okay, time for the next one. Oh, first we see who answered the fastest. Great, Harshvardhan Sharma. Great job. Okay. And rest very close, Aditi, Sahitya, Ashima. Okay, time for the next one, quickly. That's okay, if you missed, you can always answer the next question correctly. And here we are. Hands down. What does it mean? To be defeated without much effort, easily. Oh, so most of you got it wrong this time. Hands down is not to be defeated. It's saying without much effort or easily. This is hands down the best movie I've seen. So I don't even have to think about it. This is easily the best movie that I have ever watched. Right? Okay. No, so it's different, Shalini. Haath khade karna is something different. Haath khade karna means not doing anything about something or not taking responsibility for something, right? Okay, time for the next one. I always forget. First we look at who answered the fastest. This time it was Aditi. Great job. So Aditi topping the leaderboard. Then we have Sahitya and Samyak. Okay, time for the next question. This is your last question. We only have 3 questions here in Menti today. So let's see. No worries, Shalini, you don't have to be sorry. It's good to make mistakes, like I always say. You learn from them. So time for the last question. Here we are. The last straw. This is the last straw. The final problem that stretches one's patience beyond the limit of building the last part of a project. Meanwhile, Arsh, great job. When pigs fly. Okay, fantastic. Most of you got it right. The final problem that stretches one's patience beyond the limit. Okay, so if you keep talking in class, you keep making noise, teacher tells you once, teacher tells you twice, and then you just shout and laugh loudly, and the teacher says, you know what, this is the last straw. Get out of my class. Right? So it's the final problem that stretches one's patience beyond the limit. Okay? No problem if you got some wrong here. If you're looking at these idioms for the first time, you will not know what they mean. Because they're not supposed to mean literally what is written, right? So let's see the leaderboard. Great job! So Aditi is our idiom queen. Great job, Aditi. And thank you so much, all of you. Had a great time. You gave me some fantastic idioms. See you all next time. Have a great evening. And we'll keep you updated about all your sessions, so don't worry. Awesome. I had a great time with all of you today. See you next time. Bye-bye.